Hello everyone, welcome back to more Stories Untold. This time, we're going to be doing the lab conduct, or we're going to be a good old lab worker, but last time, if you remember, we were playing the game on our old tape-driven computer system called The House Abandoned, and things got a little bit weird because we were sitting there playing the game of ourselves walking through the real world and meeting ourselves playing the game. It all got very weird and surreal, reality bended. Things went horribly wrong. So we'll see what happens this time around. We have the usual intro, which is, I'm not sure if it's meant to be reminiscent of Stranger Things or not, but it has a very throwbacky feel, which the whole thing is about. Like I said, in the House Abandoned, we played a tape drive computer gaming system, and as you can see from all the technology here, this is all kind of older technology. I mean, hell, there's a landline phone there. How many people actually have landline phones anymore?
This is subject 12/19/86/23, new session entry. We have myself, Dr. Alexander leading, assisted by Dr. Williams, and in the lab itself, our volunteer, Mr. Asian. We have artifact 23 in the chamber, recovered from crash site B. At the moment it appears inert, showing no signs of activity. Mr. Asian, instructions for each stage will come through to your terminal, and we need you to follow them exactly. Now, some of this may be unfamiliar, so always reference the manual on your terminal for guides on calibration and procedure. Once you've calibrated equipment to match our brief, the green light will flash, allowing you to trigger the experiment. One last thing. Ensure that any equipment non-essential to the current experiment is switched off. You cannot proceed until your calibration matches ours. When you're ready, let's bring this back.
Alrighty, so things are a little bit more complex than last time. We still have this computer interface thing going on, but there's lots of stuff we can now interact with by clicking on. And you may notice there's a couple of references actually to the House Abandoned as well. This mug here, very very memorable. That was the mug on our desk when we were playing the House Abandoned. It's apparently the cup with a logo for the U.S. Department of Experimental Research. Also, the subject that we're interacting with here is J1986. MEM. 1986 was the number for the door lock at the end of the House Abandoned. So, we have a lot of references and a little bit of connections beyond just the gameplay. Also, we've upgraded from a tape drive to a floppy disk. We're moving up in the world, everyone. Anyway, so we need to examine the artifact by x-raying it. So let's do that. Although we should probably read the manual. They said that was very important, so we should start out with that. The electromagnetic spectrum. The required apparatus is a camera, monitor set to X-ray, and charge CC86 X-ray device. It should be R3 should be in RGB full color. It should be infrared, and it's X-ray. Okay, so those are the different monitor settings, and we need to go to X-ray. Press the keys bracketed in the top of the menu to move between pages. Press tab to roll over the test chamber. At the chamber, use your mouse cursor to interact. Okay. So, that was the first step that we need to do, the electromagnetic spectrum. So let's go do that. Let's see, we need to switch on our X-ray unit, I think. That makes sense. We need to turn the TV on. Turn it to X-ray, right? Give me a second. I'm not 100% on how you how you operate this damn thing. Oh, here we go. There we go. Switch to X-ray and switch something, the CC86. Sorry. I need to look at this again. Turn on the camera. Charge the... Okay, we charge the X-ray device. We have... So we just need the camera turned on. Okay. Oh, the flashing green light. I wonder if I should push the button.
Okay, good work. The X-ray is coming through now. There's no visible damage to the surrounding organic material, and no signs of activity either. All output is flatlined. Okay, let's begin.
Interesting. So it's an organic thing that we're looking at, apparently. That's part of this crash site, but it's not alive, I suppose. Anyway, let's go to the laser light. Demonstrate the effects of laser light on the object. Try using a low-powered red laser to begin with. Okay, so let's read this. We need to turn on the LZR, the laser 2 light generator, and set the wavelength to red, 650, and set the monitor to RGB. I can do that. So the monitor needs to be RGB. Oh, it looks like a heart of some sort. Fair enough. Okay. So we need to turn on the laser and turn it to 650 nanometers, which is red light. I'm not sure. It's been a while since I've had to deal with worrying about this type of stuff in physics and stuff, but I forget if is that really the wavelength for red light? Oh, maybe. Okay, so we're exposing this thing to red light, a laser with red light.
Reaction from first stage. Let's try a high frequency.
All right, I'm glad this guy's here to tell me this stuff. So now let's do green. So wait, what's green? Green is 510. And of course, a little bit of a science lesson for you all. Light always travels the same speed. So the frequency and the wavelength must go together to equal the same speed all the time. So we've decreased our wavelength, ups the frequency. That's how it works, guys. It's all proportional. Okay, so it's very green now.
Okay, we have a reaction of some sort here, a weak signal.
Oh, yeah.
Let's keep going. Increase again.
Okay, let's do that. Now we're going to go the blue. Ooh, what's blue? 455. Alrighty. We're all good to go. Let's make it blue. I'm sorry, heart. You're going to be sad here in a second. Oh, whoa, that got it going.
Would you look at that? It seems we have a pulse.
I wonder where we have it hooked up to.
Stable. There's no activity registering in the core. It's possibly damaged. Let's push further.
It looks like we have like pins and connectors hooked up to it, so I wonder where it's actually hooked up to. Is it just a freestanding heart with a couple of our devices hooked up to it? Test acoustic resonance properties of the object. Begin with 250 Hz sine wave with amplifier set to 1. So we're getting a little bit more, getting a little higher complexity as we move along. So let's see what we're doing now. We need the signal generator and the amplifier set to the gain. So with amplifier at 1, they said, and sine wave. Very nice. It could just be a cosine wave as well, depending on the offset. But that's not necessary to know about. Sorry. Anyway, so going to sine wave with amplification of 1. And what? Oh, I forgot what the frequency was. 250. Okay. So now we're doing frequency. So what does that mean? We're up in the frequency, everyone? So we're up in the frequency, everyone. So what does that mean? Yeah, that means the wavelength is going down. Exactly, you got it. I know you guys are paying attention. Okay. And then we need the amplifier. I can't tell where the amplifier is. Oh, there we go. Need that 1. Is that close enough to 1? I hope so. Oh no, it's not. Because the green light's supposed to come on when it's ready, right? Oh, I'm such an idiot. I was sitting here trying to figure out like what the hell am I doing wrong? What's going on? You have to turn the laser off. They said turn off all the other equipment when you're working on it. So that's why I couldn't get the amplifier, this thing to work right. It's because I still had the laser on. Whoops. All right. Anyway, let's use some acoustic signal generators here and see what happens. Numbers down here are fluctuating a little bit.
It's not much of a response. Updating the experiment now.
Also, I'm a little bit concerned that this guy is apparently in some other room watching us do this. It makes me feel a little bit weird about the safety of this experiment because he obviously does not feel good being in the room with us doing this. Okay, so now we're going to do 500 hertz sine wave with 5. Okay. Cranking that sucker up. I don't know if you guys can hear, but you can hear very lightly in the background this sound getting loud, a little bit higher in frequency. Can you hear it? Listen. Oh, it's finally shaking now. It's probably not good.
Some fluctuations in activity. Should
Uh-oh.
Is there risk of damage? What about volunteer?
I think he meant to turn the mic off for that.
Okay, we're going to push further. I'm running out of time. Let's switch around.
Yeah, so I have a feeling they know this is a little bit risky. That's why he's not here doing it himself. Okay, so now we just need to switch to a square wave. Not sure what effect that will have on it, but this thing appears to seriously being agitated. It appears to be seriously agitated by what we're doing right now. So let's see how much worse it can get. Oof. Uh-oh.
We're seeing good activity on this side. Seeing definite spikes in movement.
I'm seeing it too.
I know this might seem uncomfortable or dangerous.
Yeah.
You need to trust us and keep going.
I don't know why I should. You refer to me as the quote-unquote volunteer, which makes me think that's not quite how it works. Anyway. Bring the waveform up to 1 kilohertz. I can do that. Can we see what this thing is? Can we open the door? No, that was not allowed. We're not allowed to open it. The frequency's going up. Listen to it. Eesh. It's I always associate that with the sound of danger. The frequency going up. That higher pitch just going up and up and up. It's like that's usually never associated with something good happening. Most often it's a sign of upcoming mechanical failure. Anyway, 1 kilohertz. Let's see how much more we can make this heart violently shake, I guess. Oh, Jesus. Oh!
Full activity registering. We did it. Can you hear us?
No, yes. I mean, no.
You've made excellent progress. You're doing great.
Thanks.
Now we need you to stay calm and try to relax as we go through these next steps. We're going to attempt to alleviate some of this discomfort.
Oh, okay. You mean to me? Because we made that heart explode, sir. Were you watching? You said that was the intended thing that we were trying to do, was make the heart explode to unleash the core within. Protective casing is off. Proceed to drill the surface. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Here, hold on a second. Wait. I could that was whistling in my ear. I'm sorry. I'm sure it was whistling in your ear too. I need to turn it off anyway. So there we go. The drill press. Turn the drill on. Ensure all the equipment is, except for the camera and TV, are off. And trigger the sync master as normal to begin drill insertion. Okay, so this weird object here that was encased in that heart, we are now gonna drill. Oh, whoops! I screwed it up. There we go. Sorry. The drill moves itself forward. Oh, you can see on the TV monitor here, we're drilling to the side. Oh, whoops. I think I may have overdid it.
How do you feel?
What?
Don't be scared. We have the situation under control.
I don't think you do.
Take a few moments, and when you're ready, we'll continue.
Oh, it's glowing and ominously humming at us. Uh-oh. And all the power's gone now. I'm sure that's normal. Make contact with the artifact. Open the test chamber. Jesus Christ. Safety instructions. Use safety goggles and gloves. Have we been doing that? I don't know. I hope we have. I should have probably read this before I did the experiments, eh? Do not leave the container unattended during experimentation. It's extremely dangerous to handle any items within the container. But he just told me to... Oh, okay. Please ensure your next of kin is updated at HR. Fair. As per your agreement, follow all instructions exactly. The equipment layout, and it just tells you where everything's at, in case you can't read the units, I suppose. Anyway, well, we have our instructions. Let's open this sucker up. Oh.
Stay calm. You're doing fine. Don't be afraid.
Can it sense my fear? It's a giant eyeball.
I'm sorry to have to do this, but we have to know.
What's the eyeball doing to me?
I know how difficult
Epilepsy.
it might be, but you can do this. It's time to remember.
Wait, what am I remembering? Do I click the eyeball? Ah, shit. Oh, okay. Oh my god. I got the secret programming.
Try to speak. Stay calm.
The alien eyeball has accessed my hidden memories or
You're
something.
a proxy now. You have a connection to the entity's inner core.
What?
It's like a conscious black box. It can show you its memories. Look into it.
I'd rather not.
Visions will translate onto the screen to be something that you can understand, that you can play out.
So you've done this before, but you're not in here doing it, so I'm sure this obviously has gone well in the past. Anyway. Let's look into the eyeball, I suppose. Yeah, that's where we drilled into you. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do it. They made me use the drill. I'm sorry. Oh. Well, we've been here before. The memory retrace, temporal interface conversion.
Remarkable. You can navigate its memories. Use the computer. Work your way through.
Alrighty. You wake up in the cryopod. Struggling against gravity, you force yourself up. Impact into the planet's surface has torn a hole in the ship hull. Poisonous atmosphere spills into your craft. You are in grave danger. You have to get out of here. aircraft is broken beyond repair. There's wreckage all around, and airlock doors locked tight. The computer terminal adjacent blinks. Let's check the terminal. You tap at the screen, and the airlock door sputters to life, slowly opening with a horrendous noise. The ship powers down to silence, having spent the last of its reserves. Oh, well, that's good. Good. Not good, but at least we got the airlock open. There's no longer any power to the ship. Let's open airlock.
This organ was taken from what we think was the leader. These memories are different. They're not like the others. There's more detail here. Less hazy. Lean in. See what else it hides.
Interesting. So I guess they were biological aliens that have this weird thing inside them. This weird thing inside them, I suppose. That's kind of like a black box for their brains. Kind of interesting. I wouldn't mind one of those myself.
This is incredible. How are we getting all of this? It's describing the moment we found the ship. Mr. Asian, please continue.
Mr. Asian? Yeah, that's a great name. I love it. Also, this thing seemed kind of big for what we were doing. Did it grow in size? I don't know. Anyway, you squeeze through the damaged airlock and fall to your knees on the ground next to your vehicle. Every breath brings pain to your chest. You look around to see you are surrounded by mangled metal. Bright lights pour through every gap in the surrounding wreckage. Crash site, smoke billows from the downed ship. Exterior lights flickering on and off. Wreckage surrounds you. Looking upward, you see an unfamiliar star pattern. Let's look at the stars. Oh, whoops. You don't recognize any star patterns above you. Let's look at the wreckage, I guess. Wreckage surrounds you. Some of this metal will have to be moved in order to free yourself. Let's move the metal. With every ounce of your remaining strength, you move away enough of the wreckage for you to carefully crawl through. The lights that surround you now attack your senses. So, the scientist guy mentioned that they were here for this, so the lights must be from maybe their flashlights or their vehicles that they drove to the crash site. A circle of artificial lights surround you, set up to illuminate the crash site in the darkness. Behind them, an army of people, all staring. One figure steps out, a silhouette, and walks towards you. Let's look at the figure. The silhouette is bipedal and bulky. Some sort of mask covers its face. It beckons you to approach. I wonder if he's actually bulky or if it's just the suit. Because those the really heavy-duty environmental suits that we have are quite bulky. They make you look very, very chunky. Reaction of it. Oh. Go to figure? Okay.
Your heart rate is elevated, but you're doing well.
Well, this is
For what it's worth, very few of our test subjects ever make it this far. You should be proud of yourself.
Oh, well, that's great. Thanks for telling me that beforehand. Also, he talks about our heart rate going up like that's weird. Like, is this not a stressful situation? Do you not think this would be weird to somebody if you're actually going through this? My heart rate would be going through the freaking roof, I can tell you that much. Oh. So it remembers being brought back here. We awake. The room is silent only for the quiet hum of equipment and occasional machine beep. Your touch isn't yours. We are all as one. We move together in unison. We are in a bed, in a small and artificially lit room with a single door. Some sort of writing pinned to the wall. Adjacent is a display monitor with wires that drape across the room and into our chest.
We didn't put this entity in quarantine. It expired at the crash. Whose memories are these? When did this happen?
They have tortured us. Thank you for interrupting me, sir. All right, so yeah, it's interesting. So I wonder if this isn't the this core itself. It seems to be part of like it's using like a we, like we're all part of like a hive mind or something. So I wonder if it's part of like a greater consciousness, perhaps. Maybe this and other orbs are connected to each other. Anyway, let's look at the writing. Stuck together are a series of flat sheets with symbols across them. Some sort of writing. Let's read the writing. Symbols seemed to indicate where on our body they had cut. We've been butchered and maimed over and over. Yeah, so maybe this isn't that particular alien that they found, but maybe it's a different one that they found later or earlier, whichever. Let's look at the bed. Cushioned horizontal surface, each side a metal or alloy barrier, presumably to stop you from falling out, or to handcuff you too if you get too rowdy, I suppose. Let's look at the monitor. Oops, if I can spell. The screen didn't give anything away, flashing symbols and what could be numbers in rhythm, because that's probably our vitals. And of course, being that we are controlling an alien, they can't read any of the any of the words that are on any of the equipment, obviously. Let's look at the wires. A series of wires leaves the machine and runs across to our chest, attached in different places. We aren't sure if the black fluid is going in or coming out. Collective discomfort. Remove wires.
What just happened? What's that?
There's been a disconnection in quarantine lab 15.
Find out what's going on.
We yank at the wires protruding from our chest. Together, we all scream in pain. This action sets off an alarm, echoing loudly down the adjacent corridor. Okay, so we're entering back into House Abandoned territory, where things we're doing on the computer are happening live in real time somewhere else. They have tortured us. Oh, let's look at the door. The door in the corner looked atmospherically sealed shut. I don't know if can we open the door?
Doc, specimen 20 has left lab 15. It's on the move.
My God. That vision. It's not a memory, it's happening right now. Mr. Asian, I need you to stop what you're doing, please.
I don't know, man. You told us to continue before. I think we're just going to keep going. What do you got? Oh yeah, why not? What's the worst that could happen? We are controlling the alien that's on the loose. Oh. Oh, who was that? Spooky long-haired lady? You have to have those and everything. Through the door, we find ourselves in an empty room with a device on the table. It looks familiar. They don't know how it works, but this host does. The door closes behind us and the lock clamps shut. We are alone/together. Yeah, alone as one. Some sort of preparation room. There are markings on more sheets with a door and a window on one side. The door we came through has been locked shut. The other door has an orange alarm light above it. In the center of the room, a table holding only a small device taken from your, it's, my, our ship. That's a lot of pronouns. Let's take the device. Let's look at the device, maybe? It was an access code terminal for a wide connection, allowing commanders to commandeer other hosts. Only we have access to these codes. It's time to use them. Let's use the codes.
What is that? We haven't seen that before. What is it doing? It's using the tool we recovered from the crash site. It's in our systems. It's sending something across the network. It's broadcasting.
Mr. Asian, please. We deeply regret what we have put you through, but please understand it was for the greater good. We had to know more. Rebelling now could be catastrophic. You don't know what this might do to you in the long run.
Thanks for your concern, now. You're a jerk. Okay, so I suppose we're trying to make these symbols here? Maybe? Is that what we're doing? So that looks like this part here, right? This here is that. That looks like that. Yeah, okay. Is this... Yeah, that's right. Okay, and then this is this again. Right? Is that not... Isn't that right? Okay, so we have to mouse over this thing to get the codes. So I'm sorry if this irritates you, but I don't feel great about it either. Okay, and then this one is that. Okay, didn't let me do it. I ran across it, so it automatically completed it for me.
They're all free. They're converging. It's over.
Oh my, there's a lot of you. So none of them were actual, like, aliens like I was thinking. I was thinking like this big, alien body going through, but it's all just their cores. Oh, look deep into its eye. Our eye, I suppose.
Mr. Asian, please don't do this. We mean you. We mean them no harm. Please, don't do something you'll regret.
I think you're the one going to regret something here.
One day, Mr. Asian, this will haunt you.
Perhaps. Maybe I should have been a little bit more upfront about what we were doing here. Oh, you scientists, always so secretive. Maybe I should have been in here doing it yourself. If you wanted better results. So that was the lab conduct. So, what have we found out? There are some ties between these two, obviously, besides the gameplay being similar. Like I said, we had the mug in both of them. That was the same mug. We had references to 1986 both times. So this is a continuing story. They are linked somehow, but how exactly we'll find out later. Anyway, that's all for this one. Thank you all for joining me. Next time, we'll be doing the station process. The station process. Yeah. That's a perfect ending. I really nailed that one. Yeah.